banging episode of Africa Rising. Guys, today I want to talk about the LGBTQ community. Yo, man, LGBTQ community. Well, okay, there's a lot of debate in Africa about the LGBT community, right? So, African culture is different from Western culture, you know? It's not seen as a norm in Africa, you know, and a lot of old school individuals have a real problem with it, you know what I mean? But even if you move with the times, I don't know if in African culture that you'll actually move with the times like that, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, what really happens is culture trumps everything else, you know what I mean? And there's no culture in Africa that actually condemns or condones well, let's just say that lifestyle, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, what they really do is emphasis is always put on culture. Culture and tradition are like paramount in Africa, you know. So the Western ideas of them trying to be like, I don't know, trying to be westernized, and for them it's far-fetched because Africa does not impose their values and traditions on the West, you know what I mean? So the LGBTQ lifestyle is mainly seen as a Western concept, you know, and not as an African concept. So they feel like the LGBTQ lifestyle is being imposed on the African communities and African culture and traditions, you know what I mean? So that is the reason why there's a big clash between the two cultures, you know. So let's just say the different lifestyles in Africa, of which obviously the LGBTQ community lifestyle is not really a big thing in Africa because it impedes on the local African customs and traditions, you know. So it's always seen as a Western thing. So even like you see what the recent World Cup in Qatar, they also didn't approve of the LGBTQ lifestyle, you know, because they felt it was not part of their culture. Most of them also, obviously, even a lot of East European countries, they also see it as an impediment on their cultures and traditions, you know what I mean? So it's not an easy thing to navigate, but everyone has a right to practice whatever they want to, I believe that, as long as it's not imposed on other cultures and traditions, you know what I mean? So if they stay in their own lane, and straight people stay in their own lane, obviously, you know, you meet and talk and mingle over work and socially and that kind of thing. But then to have that type of culture or lifestyle imposed on you, I think that is where we go wrong. So I think we need to really sit down, have guidelines set up where everyone knows their lane and not to impede on each other's lanes. You know what I mean? That's what I think. But let me know what you feel down below. Holla.